Andy, you talked a little bit about kind of the challenge of finding on-court chemistry after the last game. Can blowing a lead like this and then having to figure it out on the fly, are these the kinds of things that can build that back up? And what did you see on that front, kind of the group and staying together in this game?
Yeah, second quarter was terrible on both ends of the floor. Um, you know, we're still trying to figure things out, but like you said, to be able to blow that lead and then still able to win this game, still able to figure it out on the fly, in-game adjustments and everything like that. It's a good sign. We still competing on both ends of the floor. This team made some tough shots. Um, it's always tough to win in this league, but especially when we're trying to build our chemistry, so it kind of puts us behind the eight ball even more. But we're still figuring it out, and the good thing about it, we're able to get a win while doing so. But it'll come around. We're gonna use these last. I think we have 11 games left now to continue to try to figure that chemistry out and do it while we're getting wins as well.
Hey, Dave. Seemed like, especially in that second quarter, Orlando was really out of you when you had the ball. You had 5 turnovers tonight. What's sort of your feel in getting that feel back for handling the ball, making moves, and when teams bring that pressure on you?
Just doing that, just handling the ball and protecting the ball a lot more. Obviously we're still trying to figure each other out. So the moves that I'm want to make, guys are either cutting or doing things that they usually wouldn't have to do. And so it was like a lot of miscommunication things. And like I said, still trying to find a rhythm. I mean, dribbling the ball, a couple turnovers on that. Defense had some pokeaways at the ball and ended up going off me last. So it's little things, but they'll come around with rhythm. And I probably won't ever have 5 turnovers again in a game. But like I said, the team kind of covered up those mistakes for me with big plays towards the end, especially Dennis, Trez, and Ben coming off the bench and bringing that energy for us. So Kendi played great, Kuz, Drum, everybody. So I'm still getting getting game rhythm. So those things going to come around eventually, but no matter how long it takes, the turnovers are unacceptable for sure.
Yeah.
Eddie, the broadcast cameras caught you sharing a look with Dennis after the game ended when you were kind of dapping up everyone. It was kind of like a look of relief and maybe almost like, wow, we escaped with this one. How vital was Dennis tonight, and how has his role grown? Frank likes to talk about silver linings. Do you feel like he stepped his game up to a different level with this group in the time that you and LeBron were missing?
Yeah, he had to. He had to, and it's shown. He made some big shots down the end. I think he scored like 8 straight for us. But at the end of the game thing was that I finally made a 3. So that's what that was about. That's all that was. Like, thank you, and the fact that we finally got a win. Like I said, we dropped 3 straight, and we never want to do that. So the fact that I made a 3 finally, probably like 1 for 18 or something like that, and then we were able to get a win. We just finally now let's get this thing rolling. So that's all that was. But he's been playing huge for us since I've been back, and when I was out, figuring it out for us while still keeping us afloat and in the mix.
Bill?
Hey, staying on Dennis, just what do you expect from him when you guys are whole again and LeBron's back? How much of this is going to be sustainable for when you guys are fully healthy?
We need him to be the same Dennis. He's making the right reads. He's making great plays. He's finishing, shooting the ball. We need him to do the same thing. We don't want him to kind of fall back, when Bron comes back, even though Bron does handle the ball a lot, but we still want him to, push the pace and get in the paint, attacking, finding seams, finding guys for open shots, making those right passes and those right plays. And that's what we're going to need from him in order for us to win a championship.
More back to Dan.
Eddie, being back in Orlando for what I assume was the first time since last year in the bubble, did you think at all about that experience? And I guess what things did that team have last year that you guys most need to recapture during this playoff run?
I didn't think about it at all. I mean, we made a joke in our little group text, and made a little joke about it. But after that, we didn't think about it at all. Well, I didn't. But I think it was just that chemistry. I mean, when you're stuck in a city in a hotel for 100+ days or something like that, you have nowhere to go, nothing to do but be around your teammates, and so that builds chemistry. And if we were able to do the same thing, our chemistry would be on another level. Obviously, the protocols are different, so we can't, do things that we were able to do last year, whether we're at home or on the road. And so guys have families, and so when you're home, you're with your family and things like that. So the experiences on both sides are totally different, but we're still finding our chemistry in ways that we can while following the protocols. And I think we're starting to find that rhythm, find that chemistry. Whereas last year, we had no choice, and we were stuck together for so long.
Last question, Harrison Fagan.
Hey, D, you guys have a couple back-to-backs down the stretch of this season, and I know you're probably tired of getting asked about your health, but Frank said pregame that the plan is for you to play in both ends of all of those. Are you feeling healthy enough to be able to do that, and is that something that you want to do, like health permitting?
Harrison, I missed 30 games, so I think I had enough rest to be able to play those back-to-back. So I plan on playing both ends of the back-to-backs that we have.